it comes to finding a budget-friendly gaming monitor, you have some pretty slim pickings out there, and if you do come across one, well, finding one that doesn't suck is even harder to accomplish. But today I have a monitor here that I've heard a ton of good things about. This is the Titan Army P27A2R, a 27-inch 1440p 180Hz IPS panel with a 1 millisecond response time, all under the $200 price point. I know it sounds way too good to be true. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. When it comes to the build quality, this monitor does come with metal legs and a plastic arm that pops easily into the backside. Now, this monitor is also VESA mount compatible, so that will allow you for effortless wall mounting in the future if you prefer to use your own mount. Now, this back is entirely made of plastic, and it includes 2 RGB strips that run along the backside, which is a pretty cool add-on, but keep in mind, these strips only glow red, and for some reason you can't turn these lights on or off, which may be annoying for some users. The weighted metal legs provide excellent stability, ensuring that this monitor sits securely on your desktop without any wobble. The mount allows for easy adjustments as well, enabling you to raise it, tilt, and even rotate the monitor to a vertical position effortlessly. This versatility is a great feature in my opinion, especially if you want to set up similar to my main one. I love reading longer threads on my vertical monitor, and with this also being an IPS panel, it's way easier on the eyes, making it ideal for reading longer threads or chats. We have multiple connectivity options on the backside of this monitor, 2 HDMI ports and 2 DPI ports, which is amazing to see, honestly. I know some higher end monitors that don't even offer 2 DPI ports. Plus we have our power and audio connection, and this monitor does support HDMI 2.1. This monitor comes with a full match screen, which should help with some anti-glare, and we have some really thin bezels around the top and sides of the monitor, with the thicker of the bezels being towards the bottom half. Sporting the Titan Army logo in all green. Now, if I can change anything here, I would just have them change the logo to be a silver over this green colorway, because this doesn't really match most setups, and other companies already do this, so I'd like to see them change this in the future. Now, this monitor features an 8-bit 95% DCI-P3 color gamut with a maximum brightness of 300 nits, promising lifelike and immersive imagery. Now, when I set this up over at my test desk, I have to say the colors look really decent straight out of the box without any adjustments. Right beneath the logo is where you're going to find your control stick for your OSD, and here we can play with some of the monitor settings. Now, I'm not going to go into crazy detail here, but this monitor does offer multiple modes for things like movies, games, FPSs, as well as RTSs, as well as having the option to turn adaptive sync on or off, which I think is the main one that I would really focus on here. This is great as it's compatible with AMD and Nvidia graphics cards, which keeps your frame rate consistent with the refresh rate, which should result in a smoother and tear-free gaming experience. Now, I went ahead and I adjusted the monitor settings with just my own 2 eyes, as I figured most people out there who are buying a budget monitor would do. And I'll go ahead and leave the settings that I found best down below in the description, but keep in mind that every monitor might be slightly different, so be sure to play around with the settings to see what fits you best. Now, I tested a bunch of different games on this monitor, everything from competitive FPSs like CS2, which utilize your higher refresh rates, to the brighter colors in games like Overwatch, to the really dark tones of games like Diablo 4, just to really see how well-rounded this gaming monitor is. Now, at the end of the day, I have to say I was pretty much left blown away at just how well this monitor does perform. Playing Counter-Strike 2, I had 0 interruptions and was pulling well over 200 frames at 180 Hz, and the gameplay remained smooth and consistent. Nothing seemed dark, but I did have to lower the brightness just a bit as I had this monitor at full brightness going into it, which would leave areas of the sky just a bit blown out. But overall, I was able to perform just as well on this monitor as I do over on my main one. Moving on to Overwatch 2, a game packed with crazy colors and explosions, I was most impressed by how vibrant and bright the colors remained. They appeared highly accurate to my eyes, and overall the visuals looked really good. Of course, it doesn't quite match the quality of an OLED display, but it's still really impressive at this price point. Lastly, I went ahead and booted up Diablo 4 and jumped right into a Helltide to get all those dark undertones mixed with some fiery brimstone and of course more explosions, just to really see how these deep blacks and darker tones looked. Again, it handled much better than I expected. Not much bleed and no blotchy black spots. This is the monitor almost at full brightness, and it still maintained the dark tones and color accuracy. Now, the blacks aren't as deep as one would like, but again, this is some of the best gameplay performance I've seen from a budget-friendly gaming monitor. Another thing to take note of is where you're going to be placing your monitor. Obviously, monitors will always look better in a darker room over a brighter one, but the matte IPS panel does do a pretty decent job of anti-glare. I mean, I don't have much glare in mine, and I have a ton of lights here in the background going on at all times. I really like that Titan Army offers this panel in 27 inches. The extra screen space makes multitasking a breeze and really boosts productivity for me. When it comes to gaming with a larger screen, it just provides a more immersive experience with enhanced details. Whether you're working, gaming, or watching a movie, extra screen space really goes a long way. I'm also really curious to see how Titan Army would handle maybe a budget-friendly curved monitor. That would be pretty interesting to see. So like I mentioned earlier, this is a $200 monitor, but it's currently on sale for $169.99 over on Amazon, as well as Titan Army's website. Now, I believe they run sales on this constantly, but Titan Army was kind enough to give me a 5% off coupon for you guys, so just be sure to check the comment section or the description of the video to obviously see which one saves you more money if you're interested in picking up one of these monitors. Now, if I was someone who was looking to upgrade from either a 1080p monitor or just someone trying to get into the 2K space here without breaking the bank, this monitor is really tough to just pass up on. First off, we're getting a 27-inch panel, which is ideal for gaming in my opinion. We're getting an IPS panel, which is easier on the eyes. It's giving us a high refresh rate, and again, we have adaptive sync, which is even better when it comes to gaming. So it's really hard to pass up. One of my favorite things about the monitor was just how well the color accuracy really was. It does give me some pretty vibrant color for a monitor at this price point with an 8-bit color range. I think it's a really solid monitor for a amazing price point, and I want to see more from Titan Army. Personally, I'd love to see a nice 32-inch monitor would be awesome. I'd love to get one here in the studio space, or even something bigger like a TV, some console play would be sweet. I'm really curious on what monitor you guys are rocking currently, and how many of you guys are planning on picking up one of these monitors, or maybe already have one. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, as I want to grow this community bigger and better, and I can only do that with the help of you guys. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, smash the like button as well. And if you guys want to show some extra support, the membership program is open, so go ahead and hit that join button today for some extra perks down below in the comments. Always much appreciated, but not necessary. Well, that's it for me, guys. Most importantly, you guys stay safe out there. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. The ball. The ball. They got the ball, dude.